afternoon. A very warm welcome to ET Studios, powered by ET Auto. We're coming to you live from the Bharat Mobility Global Expo 2025 right here in New Delhi. Joining me now is Glyn Jones. He's the country manager and president at Gestamp. Glyn, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here in ET Studios.
Thank you very much for being here.
Wonderful. So, to start with, can you tell us a little bit about your presence here at the Bharat Mobility Expo? What were some of the factors that you were looking forward to? And is there any innovation or anything exciting that you're showcasing here today that you'd like to share?
Yeah, again, we've been here for the Bharat Mobility now for the last 4 years, 4 sessions. So, we're not new to this event.
Sure.
We've been long established here in India. We set up here 2006. We have 3 facilities now in Pune, 2 in Pune and 1 in Chennai, 1,500 people. So we're very much a matured organisation here in the region.
Yes.
And obviously for us, we want to bring the latest innovations to the market. We see a big shift between the propulsion system from ICE to BEV. And our technology footprint is very well catered for the transition in the market.
Wonderful. That's, of course, a very interesting perspective that you come here with today. What would you say are some of the factors that really create an effective collaboration with the Indian manufacturing sector, auto sector, and the international stakeholders?
Yeah, I think if we just take a step back to COVID, I think COVID was a massive shift for everybody globally. And in India, more importantly, the switch to personal mobility become more of a factor post-COVID.
Yes.
Our clients, our Indian-based clients, have seen that shift, and they already had the vision and the foresight to see that they needed to change their model mixture more dynamic, be more agile. So the agility of the local OEMs now is much more different to what it was pre-COVID.
Sure, yes.
Yeah, and we're very much adaptable to that change. We're an agile organisation, and we bring a lot of innovation solutions to market using our global footprint.
Nice.
So we use our global footprint to become a local supplier as well. So equally important.
Absolutely fantastic. What's your perspective as well on India becoming a leader in auto manufacturing and also innovation on a national but global scale too, actually?
I think it's testament to the government's vision of making India export to the world. We're now the 3rd biggest automotive sector globally. We continue to see a 6% growth year on year.
Yes.
By 2030, we should be somewhere around 7 million vehicles of capacity production. So that's testament to the vision that we see from the government. The infrastructure is starting to take some momentum as well. And obviously that will naturally bring foreign investment.
Absolutely.
And obviously we're proud to be here for the long period.
Yeah.
We're celebrating 20 years next year. So, it's going to be, it's a long journey, but it's a journey now that's sustainable. And that's the most important thing. Absolutely. It's a sustainable growth we're seeing now in India.
Yes, absolutely. Wonderful. Well, and of course, on that note, some of the fundamental pillars that we're seeing here today at Bharat Mobility Expo is sustainability. We're looking at digitization. We're looking at really some long-term goals and long-term perspectives that a lot of stakeholders are showcasing. What are some of the trends that you're seeing here? Anything that really strikes a chord?
I think it's the agility. We're seeing the realisation that we've got to be faster to market. It's like the fashion industry was historically seasonal. It's not seasonal anymore.
Yes.
And then we're seeing that now with the China effect in the automotive segment. The model mix changes very, very rapidly. And globally now, we're a little bit further behind than where we thought we wanted to be at this point from a manufacturing point of view. But from a supplier-based point of view, there's a lot more collaboration now. A lot of our clients are coming to us as an innovation supplier to give us early feedback and early engagement.
Nice.
And that's critical for India because the more early engagement we can have with the customer and obviously their future demands, the faster we can bring things to market.
Yes.
And that's one of the biggest things I see today.
Excellent.
There's a lot more collaboration now in India than what there was 4 years ago, for example.
Wonderful to know. Before we wrap up, are there any major trends that you are seeing or perhaps forecasting when it comes to the Indian auto manufacturing sector?
I think sustainability is one of the key words of the Auto Components Show, and obviously what we're seeing is a lot more localisation. With localisation, obviously the cost pressures become more bearable for a lot of the auto component suppliers and obviously a lot of the OEMs. And that's where we're seeing the shift, and that's where we're all focusing on how can we localise more of the upstream processes to India to ultimately give the consumer the confidence to buy the products that we're making in India.
Yes, yes, wonderful. Well, on that note, thank you so much, Glyn, for sharing all your insights and being here today on ET Studios. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.